Get to tomorrow represents three very important words that you need to keep in mind, especially if things are not going well. It is the latest chapter from my book, Get Better: Smart Business Advice from Unexpected Mentors. We're going to talk about this chapter today. At this point, you may be thinking, hey, who is this guy? Well, my name is Ken Okel. I'm an author, and I'm also a motivational keynote speaker. And I talk to audiences about ways you can improve your performance on the job, get better. Now, how do I do this? Well, I share insider knowledge from my time spent in broadcast news, hurricane relief, and professional ballet. I know it's an unusual combo, but in each and every field, I had to perform at a high level every day under pressure. The Get to Tomorrow chapter came from my experiences because sometimes you may find yourself in a no-win situation or one where, yes, you're making progress, but it's just not enough. How do you make it through these tough days? Well, I believe those three words: get to tomorrow. Here's an example. I worked in hurricane relief where I'm running a distribution site immediately after a storm. About 100 volunteers. We're giving thousands of people much needed supplies: food, water, ice. This is important work. We're doing a great job. However, we have a limited amount of supplies. The government has told us this is the amount you have. You cannot give more, and we're watching you to make sure that you follow our rules. We understood this. But sometimes you'd have a situation where a car would pull up to get these supplies, and there would be two families inside, and they had ID that could show that they're two families, they live in separate places, they're just carpooling. We could only give them one set of supplies. Now, we could tell them, hey, you can get back in the line and go through again, but that might take hours, and there was no guarantee that there would be supplies for them afterwards. So in a lot of ways, it was tough to tell people no when they had a legitimate need. Some were even crying out of frustration. But we had to follow the rules, even though it seemed unfair. You do have to remember that when the supplies would run out, that last person or those last few people who got them, they only got them because we followed the rules. In this scenario, you are both the villain and the hero. You're doing the exact same job. In these moments, it is important to remember that phrase, get to tomorrow. And I offer a few other examples of how sometimes you're struggling with something, nothing is working. Progress is simply making it through the day. That's not sexy. It's not necessarily fun, but sometimes it's what needs to happen. There are going to be those times when nothing is going right. You're frustrated, but if you stick with it, and your progress may almost seem invisible, but you are moving towards your goal, or you are doing a good job in an unwinnable situation, you just have to stick with it and say, you know what? It was a tough day. Nothing went right. The victory was simply making it through the day. For more information about Get Better, a couple places you can go. One, Amazon.com. Buy it right there. Kindle version also available. I also want to let you know, if you want to find out more about the behind-the-scenes story about the book, well, you can go to my website, kenokel.com. While there, you can also check out some of my speaking presentations, and you can listen to my podcast, The 2-Minute Takeaway. Thanks so much for watching. Get better. Next time, we are going to talk about the chapter I call Beautiful is Hard. It is drawn from the world of professional ballet, and it's about how paying attention to the details really matters, and it requires a commitment. Get better and take care.